Right, hello everyone, Whole of England here. Today we've got another ranked sprint gameplay. This is the new season, but it is over in about 3 days or so now, and I'm currently in the Tirpitz Black. So it's a fairly okay game. I was just mainly showcasing my experience in this ship and just generally how I found it. It was quite a nice game, and I've got to say this season is going quite a lot better than the last season because now there's sort of some intermediary sort of unlosable position, so once you get to say like rank 8 you can't go any further back, so it makes things a lot easier. So tier 8 as well, there's quite a few ships because there's a lot of premium ships that you can get at this tier, so it's basically just like, oh, which premium tier do you prefer, and just go for that. So just going for that Odin there, so that is a ship I am currently working for with the new dockyard update, and I'm not really too far through it, but I'm quite looking forward to get it because I've played one of my clanmates and he's got one. It seems rather good, just a fairly low hit pool. I think it's the lowest of all battleships in that tier. But anyway, so you can see there's going to be quite a few premiums at this tier anyway. You see quite a few Lenins, which I've played in quite a few. I mean, I think I've seen a few Terrible. Obviously quite a lot of Tirpitz and Tirpitz Blacks. I think some Massachusetts, and just generally premiums that people like. So this is actually the first time I'd taken out the Tirpitz Black into ranked, and I'm gonna say I've actually quite enjoyed it because I've been playing primarily the Lenin, a little bit of the Cleveland because I'm trying to, well, there's one in front of me as well, and as well as a few other similar ships like the Amalfi. And yeah, I do accidentally ram this guy. I mean, he turned into me, not my fault, and he didn't really lose any health anyway, so it's fine. So I mean, as you've been able to see with my captain points, I've not yet got this fully spec'd out for secondaries, but I have got the range, so that Benton is just in range, taking a few secondary hits when they eventually hit. But I do want to get another 4 points so I can then get manual fire control and then just sort of ruin someone's day when they get a bit too close. So you can see this Bismarck here. I think he might have it. I don't know with the amount that are hitting me. I'm not particularly sure. But hey, we'll see. So I'm currently going against a Tirpitz and a Bismarck, and something else does seem to be aiming at me, and I'm not too sure what it is at the moment, but that's fine, because one thing I've found, especially in this game mode, is a lot of people really don't like to push or tank too much, so I sort of made it my priority to safely, or at least as best as I can, do some actual pushing here. So thankfully, I mean, people had to sort of take me on one by one because this Bismarck was going behind an island, the Tirpitz was also behind this island, and you can see I'm just seeing, okay, right, I can get my torpedoes off at some point. And then anything else nearby is out of my range, or they've got something in front of them, so I'm relatively safe here. And I'm not really too sure what this Bismarck was thinking, because he just decided to give me a broadside, which I take full advantage of, taking off 11k there, and also getting a bit of extra damage to 8k. And now he's only got 8,000 left, which is quite nice. But yeah, his secondaries are certainly backing me up here, but I mean so are mine, so I think he might not have the secondary manual fire control. Well, but I'm not too sure. Either way, he's down to 4,000 HP. I'll just drop another salvo off. There we go, get him down to that amount of health, and yeah. Doesn't get taken from me, but I don't particularly mind because I just generally want to win these games. I can also see this Tirpitz is also trying to get around, so I'm just kind of trying to bait him, so because I know he's going to be chucking torpedoes out as well, but I'm like, okay, this is quite good. So I fire them because he starts turning out, so I turn them. And unfortunately, they hit some invisible island there. I'm guessing it's probably too shallow, but even so, two of those torpedoes go off, and I managed to make a hit, and he flies into an island for some reason. So I'm not too sure why he did that, and unfortunately we do get some bombers, but as you can see we got some 1,000 to 2,000 damage shots there, so I'm guessing some of the rounds actually exploded and did a hell of a lot of damage, which is quite good. Also, one thing I've noticed with the replays now is that the tracking before didn't actually work. It would sort of skew the camera to the side, so I'm quite happy with that now. So actually when you press Z to track the shells, they actually track them, which is quite good. And then I just wait till this guy's turning, but 800 HP, 600 HP. Yeah, Not getting that, and the Cleveland gets that kill again. So I mean, we're up to 80k, but at the end of the day, I'm not particularly bothered because I just really want to win this. And yeah, I carried on turning to avoid those torpedoes, which I did successfully. But unfortunately, here comes the Lexington with his torpedoes, bombers. So now start to turn away to try and get away from those. I did, in panic as well, hit my Y key, so I've got a sort of skewed angle for the plane, but it's all good. And we do unfortunately take one of these here, and we start turning overly far, and we take second one unnecessarily, but thankfully they don't do too much damage. But I mean, it's still still HP that we could do with, but we're now just taking out that Baltimore, but the Cleveland manages to take it again with just a few hundred HP. That's the third kill he's done that to me with. But at the end of the day, it's fine because we're winning, and we're now taking control of A as well because we've now got the Odin on the run, and the Hip is not really going to be able to do too much either. So that will very soon be ours, and I'm like, okay, well, might as well start getting some shots off at this Odin because he's giving me a nice broadside, and at the end of the day, I'm quite low on HP, so might as well try and get as much damage out as I can. And we've nearly got this point, just 6 more seconds, and then we'll have capped it. And it seems we did get a couple of hits, 4,000 damage onto the Odin. We finally reloaded again, so just chuck off a few more salvos. And Cleveland does take a bit of damage there, down to 8,000 HP, so I do start pushing forward just to take a bit of pressure off him. And we do get 2 overpens and penetration, but they only do 4,000 damage, which is unfortunate, but the Odin's nearly dead, so that's good. And now it's just going to be the fact of the Lexington. I mean, I do try and take this kill. I mean, I probably shouldn't have fired because yeah, he's nearly dead. I mean, I could have done, but yeah, Baltimore gets him. All good, and now I can just start moving my focus over to the Lexington. So we're just under 100k. I mean, literally a salvo, and I'll be able to get 100k. So as soon as you hit 6 figures, that's just generally a nice figure to get in any ship. You know, it's just that, like, hey, I've done 100k already. That's quite good. So now I've just spied them, and we can get some shots across, get an entire salvo. But obviously, the one problem with German battleships is they've got some pretty awful dispersion, but they have been buffed a little with the dispersion. But even so, they're still not the best. But thankfully, they do have a good amount of guns, so that sort of compensates for it a bit. So there we go, the Lexington is just peaked again. Now I sort of need to turn away from the island. Drop another shot off. I mean, we've already hit over 100k, so that's just a fact of getting as much as we can. I mean, we've got some secondary batteries going in and popping off to get a bit more damage out. Fire again. And try and get a little bit more damage, and that's some quite nice dispersion there actually. And yeah, we take off 6,500, taking our total up to, well, 117,000 because we did just get some, 18 actually, because we got some secondary hits too, and they're still in the air at the moment because I'm still getting some ribbons for it too. And by the looks of it, that's it, we've won. So that was overall a good game. So here's the results screen now. So as you can see, very nice. So 365,000 credits. I mean, this game mode, especially when you're in premiums, really does rack up the credits just because of the amount you can get. You know, you can be just making millions in a night. 6,000 XP, I don't know if I've got any modifiers on, and 1.3k free XP, but overall, so 118k damage, quite nice with 44 main battery hits, 2 torpedo hits, so could have got more if they hadn't hit the shallow water, but hey, that's okay. Shot down a few aircraft, 2 floodings, obviously those from the torpedoes. Quite nice secondary hits. I mean, when I get the next captain skill, then that'll obviously increase more in the future because then I'll get more accurate shots, so that'd be quite nice to get. And overall, very good. So I didn't actually come top of the team. The Cleveland, with his 3 kill secured kills, manages to come at the top there, but I do come a close second, which is quite nice. So 1900 base XP. I mean, can't argue, that's not bad. That's, you know, it's not amazing, but it's alright, so I'm quite happy with that in general. And then just here's the damage to the ship. So overall, did 40k to the Bismarck. That was just because he gave me a broadside. Tirpitz, that was for the torpedo hits. Yeah, 24k I took off him with that. And then the rest of them, just small amounts of damage that sort of added up. But overall, I'd say it's quite a good game. So, I mean, in general, I've been enjoying these rank sprint games for, quite a bit. And it's just generally a nice change from random battles and the other stuff that's going on as well. So, really, that's about it. So, if you enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like. If you didn't, maybe leave a dislike and just sort of let me know why you didn't like it, just so I can improve in future. And if you want to see more from me in future, then make sure to subscribe. So, that's me. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.